So last night, something very strange happened. Um, I forgot to mention it in my most recent video that I made about Samsudin and gangstalking. Um, what happened was I was seeing my friend, right, earlier that night. Um, at around 9:30, because I hadn't seen him in a couple months, right? So we're inside, we're talking about, whatnot. Anyway, we come out the front here. I'm having a cigarette. He's about to leave. He leaves. I'm still out here smoking my cigarette. And within 45 seconds of my friend leaving and driving up the street, I see what appeared to be a fake fire truck driving down the street. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like a fake fire truck. It wasn't a New Zealand like fire truck that you usually see. And then it kind of, I live in a cul-de-sac, right? So it got to the end of the cul-de-sac here. And I took a video of it. So I'll post that now. Gee, what the fuck? So that's what I saw. And right after that video ended, it sort of, behind this bush line here, there's a driveway that leads down to like a grassy area, and there's like an estuary inlet with water. So it pulls down and parks right next to my house, just behind these bushes right here. And I didn't really think anything of it. I sent the video that you just saw to my friend who just left, and when he got home he said, yeah, I saw it when I was driving off. It drove past me and he noticed it as well. It was a very strange vehicle. So anyway, I didn't really think much of it, and then I'm inside, and it was like 9:30 when it arrived, and at about 10 p.m. I was sort of like looking out my window because I could hear it. I could hear like, not an engine noise, but I could hear like rumbling, right? So I look out my window and I see it, and it's still parked here. And I'm like, what the fuck? And, I take another video of it. I'll put the video up now. It's just like parked here, bro, like just chilling. The fuck? And I send this video to my friend again. And he says to me, what is that? Like, what's inside that? Like, there's like screens. And then I thought about it, like, oh yeah, there is screens. So, I had to look into this. So I looked up fire service hazmat control, or whatever it says on the side of it. I googled it. And it turns out that it's basically a command center on wheels. It's used by the fire service for like biological threats and stuff. But it can also be used for like by other agencies. It's got a mast on the top of it that goes up with a 360 camera that can look around the area. It's got a whole command center within it. And it's got like a satellite dish on the top of the cab that opens up, and just crazy stuff. And it was here for like almost 2 hours before it left. And I walked outside actually, after like a while, and I kind of filmed some of it. I'll put that video up now as well. I could hear like a rumbling noise going on inside it. And I was so confused, you know what I mean? Like, the stuff that's been happening the last week has been insane. I haven't experienced any of the surveillance gang stalking stuff for like, 2 years now, over 2 years. And all of a sudden, man, this stuff has just started again. But yeah, it says it can be used by other agencies, such as the police. But yeah, very strange. Very strange that they would park here. There was no biological event that happened around here. There was no fire going on, nothing. And it was very late at night, and they just stayed in that vehicle for almost 2 hours and then just drove off. Very strange. I just thought I would let you guys know and document this. Alright.
Essentially, we use it for large-scale incident management, both single and multi-agency calls. So at the computers here we have access to our incident action plan, and this allows us to document all of the actions taken on a fireground. We also have access to mapping systems, so that the incident controller can bring up a map of the actual incident and see what he's actually dealing with. And we have, through our radios, we can contact our communications centre and we'll get information from them, such as resourcing and any hazardous materials information that we require. In the back here is where our incident controller will be. We have a touch screen here and he'll be able to see in real time what's going on as we update. We have a screen for the camera, and so you can have a look and see what's going on the incident ground.
UHF Zone A operations.
Pretty much we're an office on wheels.
The front end is the command centre, and from here we can have two consoles being operated by a radio operator and a command operator. From here they can run the specialised applications, including the camera at the top of the camera mast, which can be actually run from the PCs themselves. We also have the ability to transmit or monitor 6 of the radio channels, which can be predetermined by the guys themselves.
Now we've moved to the rear part of the vehicle. As you remember, the rear part of the vehicle is designed to hold all the hazmat pods, which have now been removed to the outside. This space duplicates as a command and control function for the larger alarms where you need more space than you've got in the front. One of the main features in this workspace is the soft touch screen. This is used to develop the agency action plan. It'll transfer between modes at the touch of a hand. Down here we have the duplicate Omnitronic system, which backs up for the radio operators, and we have a linkage here to the full telephone network that this truck provides. Over here we have a screen which duplicates the mast camera from the front, and then we have the hard copy elements of the incident action plan on this side. We have the SIM structure here on this board, and on this board we have the Fire Service Command organisational chart system. On the right here, the last one, we have the alphanumerical grid mapping system, which we would overlay the risk plan of the building that might be involved.